I will defend the voices of my constituents because my constituents represent the community, and the community is made up of these children. So once again, if you are not for these kids, this is not the park for you. Another thing I would like to add, I'm not only a state representative. I know I was invited here because of my title. Thank you. It is election season 2, just FYI. But I am somebody's mom. I'm somebody's child. I'm somebody's granddaughter. I'm somebody's aunt. I'm somebody's friend. I'm somebody's neighbor. So I am community. So I stand on this stage telling everybody here, if you care about kids, if you represent any of those titles at all, this stage is for you. This park is for you. This community is for you. If you're talking about anything else, you've got to go somewhere else with that. But it won't be in the 185th district. Everybody here, under the sound of my voice, call the office. I'm cool with that. Have a conversation. I'm cool with that. But I stand on what I stand on because I too have children who I'm concerned about. I still have children in my community who deserve to have safe spaces to play. I have people in my community who would like to enjoy fresh air, who would love to enjoy the trees, who would love to enjoy activities. So I stand on that before I am a legislator. Now, I'm grateful for your vote. Thank you for allowing me to be a legislator. But I'm a whole person. I'm a whole mom. I'm a whole person who understands, unless you're talking about humanitarian issues, unless you're talking about making sure that we're improving the quality of lives for our community, starting with our children, I ain't the legislator for you. You got to go somewhere else with that. So what I will say is, as we are having a whole bunch of different speakers coming out, I'm glad, thank you, Anton, for allowing me to be the first so I can go ahead and sit down somewhere. But we have another person who is a mom, who ran on her values and also understanding that community comes first. Listen here, we are just people serving people. I don't care what title we are. We are people serving people, and the moment we think we are better than the people we serve, none of us should be here. So you elected us to be your voice, to make sure we're advocating for your issues. We're here today to say this is what it means to stand on business and make sure that you hear our voice. So no other than our newly elected 100th mayor of the city of Philadelphia, who is also a mom, who also understands the value of community, our very own Mayor Cherelle Parker.
Let me just say good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
If we can just 1 second, thank you. I want us all to take a minute to lift up the Philadelphia police officer who was shot in the line of duty on last night. Let's send up special prayers for him, for his family. He's going to survive. They were there, but it's painful. We also need to send a very strong message to every man and woman who puts on a uniform on behalf of the city of Philadelphia, especially when they make our public health and safety their #1 priority. They've got to know we have their back. Are we all in agreement on that? Southwest Commandos, they showing off in here. They start making my West African come out, y'all. I got a thing when them drums start going, but it's excited. North Philly Aztecs are here. Give it up, South Philly. South Philly, wait a minute. So we've got 2 groups of Aztecs? We have the Sharks. I thought I saw somebody with something on that said Aztecs. Did I see some Aztecs? Okay, all right. So we've got the Sharks here, Shania, Bennett. I see you representing with the Sharks jacket. Aztecs here. I'm here. I need y'all to know I'm an Oak Lane Wildcat. I'm an Oak Lane Wildcat.
Yeah.
I made a commitment. Listen to you. I hear you over there buying the cheese. Listen, I made a commitment to the people of the city of Philadelphia that if we all work together, we could make our city the safest, cleanest, greenest big city in the nation with economic opportunity for all. And I want you to know this FDR Park plan for expansion, for improvement, this is at the heart of what it's going to take to keep our young people safe, because this is what they need access to. I've got to recognize this gentleman, and I said this to Anton Moore. I want to thank you for your leadership always, Anton. State Rep Regina Young, and I saw Councilwoman Nina Ahmad, and it's just an honor and a privilege. But I want to say this to you. Anton, what did you refer to this as? Did he call it the lakes?
Yeah, South Philly.
All right, so now this is a little bit of therapy for me. The first time I came here was when I was on the campaign trail. Rich Laser, the executive director of the Philadelphia Parking Authority, a lady by the name of former councilwoman, and she was the president, Ann Berner. They were a part of the first Friends organization associated with this park. Rich was so excited. Council President Johnson, listen, he doesn't play when it comes to FDR Park and what the future of this park is going to look like. And the fact that we are here talking about the turf fields, everybody, have you ever played on a turf field before? Let me tell you something. To do it in a way that takes climate change into consideration and where our kids can play with using state-of-the-art technology that is reminiscent of what we see in the suburbs. We don't see those kind of turf fields. It's not standard operating procedure here in the city of Philadelphia, but we are going to work extremely hard to grow them. I am happy that this is what I also refer to as our mini United Nations. So what does that mean? It's got to be room for everybody here.
Tell it.
Everybody here has to have access to the opportunity to take advantage of this crown jewel. Anton, do you remember when you invited me here?
Tell them what you was eating.
I was eating, what was I eating?
Fried chicken, macaroni.
I had, so we were here.
Burger.
Oh, I had, extra greens. Fried chicken, macaroni, extra greens. And I said to him, this is not fair. I didn't grow up having anything like this. I never even knew that this park existed. I went to, do you know what? Y'all don't even know what Lemon Hill is.
Fairmount Park.
I went to Lemon Hill, we were right by the Dell. We never knew that there was a gym like this in the city of Philadelphia. So I want you to know this administration, a Parker administration, working in partnership with our council president, Kenyatta Johnson, all members of city council, and quite frankly, community organizational leaders. Fairmount Park Conservancy is here. Give it up for Ellen and the entire team of all of the community-based organizations who are here. There will be something for everyone who is here. Let me also say this, because I want to make myself absolutely, positively, certainly clear.
Tell us.
No one will divide and conquer this community in deciding that there will be one thing or another. Everything that I've seen in the plans being proposed, you've thought very carefully about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And how do we make it better so that it is more welcoming for people, no matter their race, class, socioeconomic status, zip code. We want to make sure that everybody feels welcome here. And that's what One Philly looks like. Put your ones in the air, y'all. Ones. Let me hear you all say One Philly.
One Philly.
A united city. We've got to make sure we do it because these young people here, their futures and their lives, they depend on what we do here. So I would love, and this is when you heard me say I'm an Oak Lane Wildcat, Sharks, Aztecs here, but when you grow up in the Little League, you have a competitive edge in you. I want people from the 5-county area. I want people from Jersey, from Delaware saying, by the time this full development is complete, I want them saying, we need to go over and watch some games in Philadelphia, no matter what kind of sport it is, because no matter what it is, it's taking place here, and we become the crown jewel that we are, and that we need people to see us to be, and this will be a perfect example of that. Are you all right with that? Thank you all so very much for allowing me to come and being a part of this here today. I also just saw the man. I just saw the man walking up. He hates when I do this. But you all know none of this stuff is able to get done if we don't get the dollars that we need in order to make it happen. So yes, the city of Philadelphia has a great deal of investment here, but our majority chair of the Appropriations Committee, our chairman a round of applause. Chairman Harris, I know I'm on the home turf. I know we don't have anything like this uptown.
Yeah.
I know I'm visiting.
South
I
Philly.
know I'm visiting. I get that. But we're going to make sure that what you all do here, people all across the city feel a sense of hope, pride, and inspiration. That's what we're going to do. And believe it or not, that's what's going to help make our city safer. And this is what's going to help make less violence occur.
Yes.
And less of a norm here in our city. Thank you all so very
We
much.
love our mayor, baby. Yeah.
Can we have a couple more speakers? We have Councilwoman Nina Ahmad coming to the stage, Shania Bennett, Majority Chairman, State Rep Jordan Harris.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It is great to be here with all of you who care about our children.
Yes.
This is about making sure our children have an opportunity for physical health and mental health. I am the chair of the Public Health Committee for the City Council, and I take my responsibility very seriously. So first I wanted to say thank you to Anton Moore, whom I've known for many years, and all the work he's been doing. Let's give it up for Anton Moore.
He's a
All
great
right. So he has mobilized us to make sure we understand what is happening here. These playing fields are going to amount to about 40 acres, which is 40 acres out of almost 395 acres, which is this FDR Park. Think about it, it's a tiny little piece that we are sharing and saving for our children. And the turf that is going to be used, I checked it out, it is polyethylene fibers and natural liners. So this is not the turf of yesteryear, the Astrodome turf. That is not what this is. This is not poisonous to our children. So I made sure I checked out, I asked them, give me all the specifics. I checked out what NIH had to say about this. I checked all the specifications of the material being used. It is not going to harm our children. So given that, we need spaces to put out here for our children to be fully engaged. We ask them not to be on the streets and loiter, yet we're not going to give them fields. How does that work? So this is about fully engaging our young people and respecting them, because they're going to see how much effort is going to go in to make these fields for them. When you show people what you do with your money, that's the truth. They're going to see we put in money to make sure they're safe. So I thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. It is critical we get this done so we can tamp down violence all across Philadelphia, but most importantly, physical and mental health of our children is going to be appreciated and improved. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Nina. Next up, we'll have Shania Bennett. Come on, Shania.
What's up, South Philly? Oh, hold on. We down to P. I said, what's up, South Philly? Listen, I'm so happy to be here. My name's Shania Bennett. Some people know me, came to know me on the campaign trail. But today I'm here not just as someone who works for the mayor, but as a neighbor, as a basketball coach, and as a proud product of what happens when kids have access to quality, safe spaces to play in great sports programming. Well, first I want to say I was emotional when I came here. This is my first time here since my brother, who was killed last year. We would come to the lakes all the time, and you know, I think about how all the times when I would be at basketball and or I be playing a sport, whether that was track, and I had to run for Southwest Track Club because we didn't have like a turf. And when we would qualify for certain championships, they would say, well, what field do these kids practice on? And at the time we didn't. We would just run up and down the rubble. At the time was Bartram track. Most times we were running inside the school. We just run back and forth in the hallways or stairs. But it led us to get a field at Bartram. And a lot of times, again, when I was at practice, I was missing certain shootings that was going on. I was missing possibly being a part of, you know, making just bad decisions. But I had quality mentors who were the coaches, who were the programming staff. And this is really about kids really having access to, you know, seeing themselves outside of a sport as well, because my coaches were college educated, which was translating to allowing me to go to college at 15 and graduate at 19 with a 4-year degree. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have quality mentors in my life, because my brother, whose jacket I'm wearing today, he couldn't be here because he's in Ohio. He's a doctor, and he played for the South Philly Sharks. So, you know, I just want to show that off as well. So that's what happens when y'all make quality investments. This is nonviolence prevention, and this is what's going to allow kids to take their lives to the next level. Thank you.
Give a round of applause, y'all. Next up, we have Chairman Harris.
Yo, what's up, South Philly? Come on, we can do that. What's up, South Philly? So I'm State Representative Jordan Harris, and I'm here because I know firsthand how important space is for our young people. I remember growing up as a young person in South Philly, playing for the Sharks, right at Chew Playground myself. So when you want to talk about what youth activity can do for our young people, I am a prime example of why we need these type of spaces for our young people. Had it not been for the Sharks, had it not been for the space that we occupied, I'm not necessarily sure where I would be. But now, because of that, I'm the Majority Appropriations Chairman of the House of Representatives and the Chief Negotiator for the budget on behalf of Democrats in the House of Representatives. So it is my responsibility to be here to ensure that we have community space for our young people. And here's the thing, community space does not mean we don't care about the environment. You can care about the environment, but also care about our young people who live in these communities. You can't say that you're in favor of getting guns off the street and decreasing violence, and then not give our young people spaces to enjoy themselves and be young people. The truth of the matter, look, we want our kids to go to school and do all those things, but we also have to provide them with high quality green space and high quality supervised activities. For some reason, people don't want us to allow our young people to be young people. And here's the thing, I am all about fixing up rec centers. We're doing Vera Rec Center right now. We did Smith Playground. We did Ralph Brooks Top Lot. But I'm about fixing it up for the people who live in our community right now so that they can enjoy the high quality green space that we're providing. We've invested millions of dollars from the state to do so through the Schuylkill River Trail and other projects, and we're going to continue to do so. So I'm here for my man Anton. Texted me, called me, said make sure I was here. So I'm here, making sure I'm here. And my mom, who's on the board of FDR, I don't want no trouble with my mom. Look, I got a black mama, you all want no smoke. So I'm here to be supportive, and whatever we can do, we will continue to do it to make sure that our children get what they deserve. God bless y'all.
And if you live in South Philly, Jordan got a paper he wants y'all to sign. So meet him by the stage over here. I think Regina do too. Next up, we'll have the president of the Sharks, South Philly's own, Mr. Meadows, y'all.
Good afternoon. I'm glad to see everybody here. The one thing I do want to talk about, I stand here as a man, I stand here as a father, I stand here as a coach, I stand here as a husband, I stand here as born and raised South Philadelphia. I stand here and I support this project. I support the FDR Park project because I know in my 16 years of experience with coaching youth football, it's needed. Philadelphia lacks the services, the facilities that other cities have. I've coached football and had kids in different states, and we are far behind. We need to catch up. It's time to catch up. The facilities at this park are going to be amazing. It's not just football. Soccer, baseball, basketball, which has never been down here, is going to be introduced to the park. So basketball, you play football. They got a giant playground that's coming over there. The Welcome Center is going to be amazing. We already have the Asian market that's down here. So there's going to be a number of things for you to do down here. You don't just have to come down here for sports. You can come down to the park like people already do. They'll be able to continue to do so. This is going to be a one-stop shop, and there's no other place like it on the Northeast Corridor in this United States. So if we're ready to set Philadelphia apart and make sure that our kids in our communities have the opportunity that other kids have, this is it. So this is the time for everybody to be a part of this. Get on board with it. The change is coming, and we need it. Thank you.
We got one more speaker. We're going to open up the trucks, y'all. It's Dontae Privette here, the Director of Community Engagement for Philadelphia Youth Collaborative. Dontae, give him a round of applause, y'all.
Yeah. All right, I don't know that one. Yeah. So, you know, I'm here today because at the end of the day, I started out as a kid from 46 and Privette. You know, we played football in the middle of the street with cars parked on both sides. And this is an opportunity to benefit 345,000 kids in the city. So my day job representing all of these youth sports organizations, like the Sharks, like the Aztecs, like the King Cecil Road Runners, where I started coaching 16 years ago. This is a long time coming for Philly.
Yes,
you know, at the end of the day, the next generation of athletes are here. And they need safe spaces, they need accessible spaces, they need places to grow and thrive, and there's a lot of jobs that come from that. So at the end of the day, if you want to spend your time in youth sports, for the first time in our city's history, it's possible for you to spend your whole life in sports. Somebody's doing the lighting, somebody's doing the sound, somebody's cutting the grass, somebody's maintaining the fields. And those things are a priority now for us as a city, and I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the people that's out here. I know Cherelle's getting in the truck, but my organization won the championship. Yes, we did beat the Wildcats. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And that's those championship games have an opportunity to be played here now. So being able to keep those activities in our city, positive things for youth, that's what the Youth Sports Collaborative is all about. And if we can get more of those investments in the city, these $250 million are going to go on to benefit a lot of people. And we want to make sure that those things continue. So that's why I'm here. And I wish these things were around when I was a kid, but that's one of the reasons why we're behind this project and making sure that, yes, we can support the maintenance of these fields and making sure that we have those plans in place, but also that these investments continue and they continue to benefit the kids in these cities. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I've never seen this much energy around youth sports.
Yeah! Our future Eagles, baby! Yeah!
Thanks, y'all. We thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate everybody. Maura, Melissa, everybody made this possible. I see Ms. Barbara Capozzi is there. Everybody, Monty G, thank you. We appreciate you. Now you can go to the truck and get something to eat. Mike's done. Thank you all, y'all.